2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, Commissioner Adam Silver is continuing to push for the creation of an in-season tournament. He says the notion is to steal a page from European soccer. It's not the Larry O'Brien Trophy, but something secondary that teams care about. Something you'd see players go into that extra gear for. Back to you.
That's pretty intriguing, DA. That's an interesting story, and we thank you for giving it to us. You know, Brent, after a few years of small ball getting even smaller, it's feeling like now there is a resurgence of the big man.
Yeah, I don't know, Kevin, if that's because last year we had 3 potential MVP candidates that all played a bigger position. But you got to have one of those guys in order for you to say that we are going to accentuate the biggest player on the floor to do the things needed to get wins.
So with Horford sitting on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Nate McMillan. They've got Wilkins. He's out there with Maravich. Fresh is out there with Mutombo. And it's Pettit in at the 4. And for Phoenix, we've got Divac. Marion is out there with Barkley. Then it's Nash. And it's Booker in at the 2 spot. Now here's Fresh. It's Wilkins on the wing. Fresh with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Here's Wilkins. Here's Mutombo. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball.
And Atlanta has possession. Pettit, the pass to Maravich. To the paint. And one is stuffed right through.
And Maravich is such a great scorer. All eyes are on him, but his eyes are on his teammates. A tremendous dual threat.
Now here's Nash. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some double production. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's beyond Mutombo.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Suns shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Sean Marion at the line for 2.
First one falls for him. AGA, what about these Hawks? They can really be fun to watch.
Yeah, and they just need to be more consistent, Kevin. It seems they can beat anyone on any day. If they can start doing that regularly, we're talking about big things in the future.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and send him back for freebies.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Booker. Last game we saw him score 13. Marion. No good off the back of the rim.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
With the shot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the first one at the line is good. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Booker against Wilkins. Nash outside. And the 3 ball is up.
And the quickness of Nash's game shot there before the defense has a chance to react.
Wilkins outside. Here's Fresh. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And for Atlanta, they come in off a good outing against the Trailblazers. It's tipped. Fires from deep. Cranes the three-pointer. Fresh has got his second bucket of the night.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Marion outside. Now the pass to Nash. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And give Nash credit. The defense was there, but still, he finds a way to finish.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too. 88% from the line.
Stoudemire's checked in for Vlade Divac.
One shot. What you love about Nash, he's a coach on the floor, dictates the pace, always in total command of his team.
Here's Pettit. His last outing, he had 8 points. Fresh with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Fresh can't get it to go.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. Man, Evan Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts. So he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up.
Good on the bucket.
Boy, he is quick off his feet and really stronger than he looks. Wilkins can burn you in that painted area.
Nash kicks to Booker. Pass to Marion. Back to Booker. That's in. He found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
We've got 1:23 left here in the opening quarter. Pass Pettit. All sorts of time. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Boy, he is consistent on that mid-range jumper. Pettit's a well-rounded player. He can get his points from anywhere on the floor.
And the Suns call their first time out of the game.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has the team in the right mindset to carry it out.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And with plenty of games still ahead, here's a quick
Substitution on the court.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Nash is out there with Johnson. Then there's Divac. Then there's Marion. There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that.
No.
Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Awesome display of athleticism captured by your AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Marion, and Sean Marion with the slam.
And Divac, a cunning passer, phenomenal at realizing when one of his guys has a clean look.
Out to the right wing. Hagan passes to Fresh. Brent, it's been well documented. Three-point shooting is at an all-time high. Do you see this trend ending anytime soon?
I don't think so, Kevin, but there will be a tipping point as to how many you can actually shoot. And we've seen a team do that where they've shot over 50 attempts per game first season, which I don't think is going to happen again. But young guys coming up are practicing this shot. They're going to be better suited, better equipped, and more talented to make them. So the three-pointer is going nowhere, Kevin.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Now, some people call John Collins John the Baptist for how he dunks over defenders. He says, the game is slowing down for me. I'm able to see my spots. I want to continue to build on that and be looked at as a pillar, a guy that can be counted upon. Kevin, it seems he's hungry for more. Back to you.
He's a big-time dunker, that's for sure, looking to reach his full potential. David, thanks. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Divac. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. One on Horford.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And this offensive system, Brett, that the Hawks run, it allows for a lot of creativity.
Yeah, dribble handoffs at the top of the key. You obviously have the, in case of emergency, break glass player in Trae Young. But they're not afraid to attack mismatches, and this is the type of offenses that I think a lot of players would enjoy playing in.
No good from Maravich. Phoenix leading by 3. Marion with it. Wilkins picks him up. Shot from 12. Fresh pulls it in. Atlanta's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. It's tipped. Here's Wilkins. No good on the shot, and Phoenix will come the other way. Marion, right eye. Wilkins, the pass to Fresh. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some.
Field goal.
Fresh has got it all tied up now for Atlanta.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
And it's Nash missing. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Maravich. Banked in off the glass. Maravich just got his first basket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Timeout called the Suns. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all...
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And we'll be right back after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter.
And trying as they might, they couldn't push their lead past 4 points. They ended the second with a solid 9-point lead, a nice show of force by them. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Hawks' first half.
The production they've gotten from their bench has been phenomenalistic. I don't know if that's a word, but it sounded good, Ernie. As we know, depth is important to any team's success. They're demonstrating that tonight. And who knows, it might get the starters a kick in the head. No one wants to be outshined.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Phoenix?
Well, they have to improve their defense. Guys were getting burned on the perimeter. They wouldn't put a hand up, as my man used to say, hand down, man down. Oh, you got to get some help. That pretty much covers everything on your shot. You think they played their best?
No way, no way.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
We played through the first half. Play basketball, though, left in this one. It's been a clinic out there by Fresh.
Yeah, it's been a great performance. Really stay focused on quality. quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Suns trail by 9. So with Smith sitting on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Nate McMillan. Wilkins is out there with Maravich. Then it's Fresh, and it's Mutombo, and it's Pettit in at the power forward. And here's Maravich from the arc. Divac grabs the board. El Phoenix shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Stolen by Fresh. In the corner, Wilkins with it. Passes it to Fresh. Driving the lane, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
A floater, got a piece of it. They get it back.
Rob Pettit. First personal foul. First team foul.
The Suns have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
And he knocks down the first one. That one misses.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Here's Fresh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Nash the pass to Barton. Now Mary. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Third personal foul.
Yeah, Marion, a tough player to guard. That quick athletic combo forward with an unorthodox shot.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. The Hawks leading by 9. Outside, Maravich. It's hauled in by the Suns. Divac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Barkley. And it's good, 2 points. Barkley's got 6.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's Fresh. Ooh.
Okay.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. Maybe even a question mark. Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
5 on the clock. Here's Marion. Got a hand on it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Johnson is checked in for Sean Marion. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. The Hawks leading. Maravich kicks to Wilkins. The pass to Fresh. From deep. A shot good on the assist from Wilkins. 20 points for Fresh.
Oh, beautiful looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep.
Suns time.
Wow.
And the Suns call time.
Here they come, fans. It's your one and only Suns Panthers.
checked in for the Suns. Atlanta also making some changes here. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Wilkins. Young is subbed in for Maravich. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Nash against Young. Stoudemire, and a missed layup.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
And one thing I love about Clint Capella, he is a guy who plays to his strengths, especially with how he attacks the backboard.
I think on both sides of the floor, Greg, he understands the value of just getting possession of the ball. So get a defensive rebound, help start the break. Get an offensive rebound and pick up some scrap points. Those things add up over time.
Booker with no one around, and the Suns miss again. Hawks leading by 14. Pass to Fresh, and stolen by Booker. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Misses off the right iron. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Fresh, and he goes in for the dunk.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Booker outside. Back to Nash. Barkley outside. Pass to Booker. To stop the run. A three-pointer is right on target. Booker's got 7 points this game.
Going to be an all-star guard like Devin Booker. You might want to start hitting your share of triples.
Here's Fresh. The turnaround jumper. Count it. And the Hawks lead by 15.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Stoudemire kicks to Johnson. Suns moving the ball around. Nash outside. Clock at 6. Over Fresh. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. So both teams changing it up here. Atlanta leading by 15. Young taking his time here. Uncovered. And that one's good. Fresh.
Assist goes
That's
to
28 points for Fresh.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
And that one is good. And here's Fresh. From deep three-point range. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And so it's Atlanta with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We come back right after this. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
Hey, what we got to do here is we got to execute offensively, set solid screens, and be patient if you get the switch. Okay, be patient if you get a switch.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So with Nash sitting on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Devon's out there with Stoudemire. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Marion. And Fresh picks up the foul. It's his first foul.
First team foul.
Maravich against Johnson. Pass to Stoudemire. Back to Marion. There's the drive. Stolen by Fresh.
Yeah, a 4th turnover there. That's just a rough, sloppy game.
Yep, that one goes in there. And the Hawks lead by 20. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's D-Box. And too long on the shot.
A good board there, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Outside Wilkins. The pass to Fresh. And for a while there, Greg, it seemed like we were entering the super team era. But lately, homegrown talent, players you draft and develop or sign and develop, seems to be the way teams are going.
Yeah, and it's not easy to maintain a culture when you're bringing in stars from outside. We've seen some cautionary examples here of late.
Back to Marion. From deep. That shot off.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get them easy ones.
Johnson down low. Mirovic defending. That one good for 2. And that's now 6 points for Stoudemire.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Here's Mutombo, and that one clearly foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And when Mutombo is forcing the issue, it puts defenders in a bind, which is why you have to foul it there.
At the line for 2.
That one is off.
And Mutombo, a defensive force, a long, intelligent
substitution on the court.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Now here's Fresh, covered by Johnson. Left side Wilkins. Fires the 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Barkley outside. Here's Booker. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Fresh with the ball. Johnson's there.
2 minutes remaining.
Fresh
in the game.
can't get it to go.
2 minutes.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Fresh. To the wing right side. From the arc. Offensive rebound. Capella goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Capella, if we watched him again there, he would be reading where that ball is going, and he positions himself before the ball even comes off.
To Johnson. To the inside. Sharman, get the bucket.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
At the line for the Hawks, Bob Pettit. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Last season, of course, Marcus Smart won the Defensive Player of the Year. You know, Greg, it's rare to see a guard win it. Should perimeter players get more consideration from this point on?
It's tough, Kev. I do think they should. And I think the numbers, though, tend to favor the rim protectors. But it's only right to recognize great defense at every position, especially in an age of positionless basketball.
And it's sent back by Mutombo.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hawks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Fresh.
And so many times on the defensive end showed off those quick mitts, jumped all over the opposition and swiped the ball away a number of times.
Now here's Johnson. He kicks it to Bridges. Back to Johnson. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Trey, you guys had a look in your eyes tonight, so how satisfying was this win?
I mean, it feels great. It feels great getting a win. At the end of the day, I mean, I'm just here to help my team win, whoever we're playing against, and that's all I care about.
Well, you all certainly did what you had to get this win, man. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.